Are you putting it in 4-low?
Yeah, I don't want to be the one to get stuck on the course.
So welcome to the pond course. We have names for all these obstacles. We're approaching Dirty Deeds, and Dirty Deeds is named this way because we have a creek on this property, and there's a lot of decaying green matter.
It looks really nasty over there.
Even if you lower your window, you can sniff and get the full experience. This is the JT370. 370 stands for what?
370 is talking about the tire size, so that's why we call it a 370 package. We also have a JT350 package.
Okay.
That's when we use a 2-inch spacer lift, and then the vehicle comes on 35s.
But if you're gonna do this, go 37, right?
Well, I always say the biggest tire possible is the way to go.
Well, thanks for bringing your Jeep, right?
Anytime.
We had many modified vehicles here on our course, right? But not really a serialized vehicle like this. You take a Gladiator, you got a V6 under here.
Yep, it's factory engine. We didn't do anything different there.
Yeah.
But the big thing that everyone's going to do for their off-road builds is, of course, they're going to lift the vehicle. They're going to put bigger tires on it. They're going to do bumpers and then other features too. So this is our AEV EX front bumper. This is actually sporting a Warren 10,000 pound winch and our AEV 7000 series lights. What we've done in this bumper versus the previous generation bumpers, like the JK one you have on your vehicle, is we really focused on opening up this space for the winch, so you have access to that winch. So if you ever needed to basically adjust the line or just see what's going on with the line, as you can look on these lights, you'll see these little rubber bushings. That's actually a plastic to help reduce vibration for when you're traveling down those washboard roads. You don't see that flickering of the light beam like really far out there. That's actually a light bar. It's a 20-inch Baja Designs light bar that we hid behind the skid plate.
So you kind of hid these recovery points, in my opinion, because sometimes they stick out here, right? But you kind of put them and tuck them underneath.
We tucked them down low. It gives you a lot of different choices for when you have the pull on the bumper. We can come around to the side here. You can see our 8100 shocks. That's probably the big kind of crowning jewel when you look at suspension, is the shocks. The next little detail too is down below. You see our control arm drop brackets. We dropped basically the control arm drop or brackets about the same amount as how much we lift the vehicle. It really helps to keep our geometry correct so that when we hit the bumps, that all that energy is transferred up into the suspension like it should.
By the way, you also added this air intake or snorkel. Can I call it a snorkel?
We call it a snorkel.
Am I allowed to? Okay.
There's a lot of things you got to take in consideration when making this a snorkel. For one, you're going to have to make sure that basically glue your airbox shut, and you have drain holes in your airbox. And remember, those drain holes will become fill holes depending on how deep you get into water.
Yeah. But also important to get clean air, right?
Yep.
When you're running in dusty environments, you have a lot of dust sometimes, just collecting here, but you're getting your air intake higher above it, hopefully.
Yep.
I really like that. I mean, you've done this for a long time, but you're really protecting the valve stem.
That's
inside
one of
the wheel.
Our signature moves is a valve stem protection ring basically around it. These are actually set up as beadlock ring wheels. This is actually set up as a true beadlock.
So this ring is functional, or is there another one?
We sell it both ways.
Okay.
But this one, as it sits, is a functional beadlock ring.
Okay.
Other little thing you'll see too, if you look underneath, is our raised track bar bracket. To help with the body roll, we raise the rear track bar up as high as we can. So this way you have less body roll around corners.
And I see your triple rate springs too. Yep. You could see kind of the spacing between the winds, right? How it gets closer and closer as the higher you get.
Yep. And then our rear diff cover is kind of the crowning jewel for underneath there.
And once again, 456s, right?
456 gears.
Re-geared.
When you go to a larger tire, they don't tend to fit underneath the vehicle. So we have to have a good place to put it. So we have this vertical tire mount. There's a bunch of holes that go into the bed and then on the back rail as well.
Oh yeah, I see that.
Mounting bolts.
For the JT370, is this how it comes, or can I kind of a la carte pick a couple of items? How does that work?
So there's a bunch of basic options for every JT370. Like you're going to start with our 2.5-inch lift front bumper option, but then you can kind of go from there. We have different wheel choices. You can get this without the snorkel if you choose. You can get to 5100 shocks if you like, or you can upgrade to these 8100s like this one has. And then a few other add-ons like different winch options or no winch options, different light options or no light options, of course.
Okay, so what's the pricing range like? If I gave you, or if I bought a Rubicon Gladiator, right? Where am I looking at?
think we start out right around that $17,000 mark, and I want to say most builds go around that 20 to 22 with a lot of options.
In addition to that base vehicle.
Yeah. Typically what happens when someone buys a vehicle to get sent to us, they usually check all the boxes from Mopar, then send it to us, and then they check all the boxes from us.
Okay.
And then they get the full, like the ultimate vehicle is their goal.
All right, so let's keep going.
Sure.
And then we're gonna have kind of a sideways hill climb.
Sideways hill climb.
It's a little bit angled.
Just enough to get the articulation going?
Yeah, a little bit, or like kind of a side slope, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Try to make it as difficult as possible, you know, maybe even pause on the hill, because we want to see those tires grip, you know?
Yeah.
We won't get stuck, but just making it a little bit more difficult.
And nice and slow, and then try to see if we can get a little bit of wiggle spin.
Yeah. I know we're trying to protect the earth too, but so we're not digging too many holes.
Got a nice angle sitting here. So I'm gonna try to start from a stop on the hill.
Yeah, let's start. Wow, there's a lot of traction in these tires.
Well, we did drop the air pressure a tad bit, so I don't know if that's cheating or not.
No, I mean, this is for real. This is the way we want to do it.
Well, this is how you would take it off-road. You would drop the tire pressure down. I only dropped it down to 20 today. But, you know, if I was going to go off-road for hours, you know, 15, you know, with these beadlock tires, you could probably go safely down to 6 or 8.
Well, if it's in the beadlock position, right?
Yep. The only Achilles heel to JT370 is breakover angle. So if you have something that's a big old hump, that's the time that we might belly it out.
We're gonna test it.
Yeah. we're not a two-door Jeep.
We're gonna test it several times today. We're going all the way down this way, and we're gonna test the turning radius of this Jeep. And that's also not the strength of a Gladiator. So we call it David's Folly. Do you see that sign?
But it's upside down.
Yeah, well, because David almost rolled a backhoe on this hill.
Oh, I was like, if the goal is to roll vehicles, I don't think this is what we want to do.
No, we're not going to roll. This is the test of the turning radius.
Okay.
Let's go.
All right.
You have to judge it just right. Keep going. I don't think you should turn yet. Keep going just a little bit more, because you don't want to hit, you know, that side.
Oh, we just have to crawl over that edge with our back tire.
Yeah. Now you can start cranking, probably. Go very slowly. Are you going to tell us if we're near the edge?
You're gonna have to back up for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, he's saying we need to back up.
Yeah.
You know, I think only a two-door can do this.
Oh yeah,
it's like a short
tight,
wheelbase.
It's a tight course.
All right. So
if you do switchbacks around here, you're gonna have a couple times backing up a Gladiator. But it's all right, because we actually can climb that back wall a little bit too.
I think you're in a good position now.
Yeah. So our back tire's up on that rock face. You'll see actually all our tires are sitting on the ground. You know, we have that amount of flex to be able to do this. And in a different vehicle, I don't think you would have that travel.
And also no rubbing, right? Because it's easy to put big tires on a vehicle, but then they start rubbing, right?
Of course.
As soon as they articulate.
Yeah, big tires.
All right, well, let's keep going.
Okay.
Our task is to climb this hill. So stay on the outside of this, and we'll have to kind of make another left, kind of sharpish turn.
Oh yeah, we're at the...
You can back up. Everybody, you know, we need to kind of hit it straight on. All right, so just climb it straight up and then to the right after you can finish the climb.
I'm sure
you might want to use your lockers. You know, just for fun.
For safety's sake.
Yeah.
Part of that tread lightly.
So you want to bump over this ledge a little bit. That was 26 degrees, 27 degrees, and to the right.
I'm actually kind of surprised we didn't touch bottom there.
No.
So
the breakover angle on the stock Rubicon, I mean, it's a lot worse because you're on 33s. I think you're pretty good as long as you take it slow.
And then we aim for Alex.
Aim for Alex, but without hitting Alex.
Ah, fair enough.
So now we're kind of hanging.
We can get that good pitch angle now. There you go.
25-ish. And let's go left.
Okay.
Well, there you have it. Those are like 4 first obstacles, and then those are the easy ones, and now we're gonna make it harder and harder.
Harder and harder.
Yes. Well, thank you for letting me drive, dude.
No problem, Andre.
We're on a little bit of a washboard, and we're just moving through this kind of a county road, dirt road.
Yeah. Well, one of the great things about suspensions, well, our suspensions, is not only we have good off-road performance, we have great on-road performance also.
So these are Bilstein's 8100s, like we said,
Yep.
right?
We sell our kits with either 5100s or 8100s. And
What's the difference? I mean, the higher the number, kind of the more capability it offers, right?
pretty much the best way I got it from Bilstein. That's their numbering system.
Yes.
I don't know what 5100 really stands for, but that's just one model of shock. And then when you go to 8100s, the shocks are quite a bit larger.
Yeah.
They have more range of tuning. They do everything better. They cool better. They have more volume. They have bigger, basically, discs inside the shock for tuning. But it comes at a price is the only downside, really.
But once you have this package, this Gladiator AEV edition, right? I mean, and you're on 37s, I think I would step up to 8100s because, you know, you want as much capability. You know, you might put a trailer behind this, right?
Oh, yeah.
So
with the 8100s, you're going to have, like, it's going to, like I said, it's going to do everything better. Just the only downside is it's more at more cost.
So I've noticed a couple of things. First of all, you've regeared this, right? 456s. So acceleration is quite good. I would say you haven't lost any acceleration with the additional weight of this vehicle. You know, we're not testing 0 to 60s here.
Wow.
But it's super controlled. I mean, we do have a lot of kind of uneven surfaces here.
Yeah.
But I feel in total control, and it's nice and comfy. Well, this is my first brief drive, but I like it. I mean, I don't think you've lost any drivability on road, maybe gained a little bit too. So
Yeah.
really nice. So Nate, next obstacle is Nathan's crack.
Well, that's funny.
This is not your obstacle. I mean, it's a different Nathan.
You didn't name it after me, so is it my obstacle now?
Oh, well, if you go through it with no problems, it will be your obstacle.
I'll take that.
Okay.
I'll take that challenge.
Okay, let's try it. So still 4 low. We don't need lockers quite yet. I mean, we did it on the slip and slide, but right now it's really dry, so it's really about clearance.
I think this one's really going to test our departure angle. If someone's going to scrape, it's probably going to be our trailer hitch on this.
Let's see. Well, what about your approach angle? I mean, you have a pretty good one, but still.
The Jeeps have a solid approach angle. That's I'd be surprised.
And your front bumper is designed for that, right?
We do a really we do a really great job at trying to tuck that bumper up as close as we can to the vehicle. I think we actually do a better job.
Wait.
Is that the rear bumper?
Oh,
that might have touched. That might have touched.
But you know what? It still doesn't care. I mean, even though the rear hitch kind of touched it, you still have enough traction just to pull you forward.
Yeah.
Nice. So that was Nathan's. It is your obstacle now. There you go.
Well, that's very nice of you.
Okay, so it's been fairly easy so far.
Is it getting hard?
Next, we have Cottonwood Creek. We have Tommy's Demise and Home Free. But the Home Free obstacle is named incorrectly because it's not really free. It's really difficult right now.
Oh, okay.
All right, Nate, so we're entering Cottonwood Creek. So there's 2 parts, the entry and then the exit.
Okay.
And the thing about this part of Cottonwood Creek, there's not a lot of bottom. It's soft bottom. Okay? So what could happen is the tire will go down into it, and you do have to have momentum because it wants to sink. You know, it wants to go down. Yeah,
it does look like you have some good soft spots up ahead. And I'm kind of wondering how deep that one hole is over there.
Well, we'll find out because we didn't measure it.
With the mud layer on top of it, so...
Close your windows because it might start churning.
We might churn up some mud here, and we want to keep it on the side of the vehicle, not on the inside of the vehicle.
Okay. Well, let's go for it.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
All right, so right now you're going nice and easy. It's all good.
Climb that first little hump. We're gonna get in this nice big mud hole here now.
Okay. Ooh.
Whoa.
It's pushing you into the tree.
That tree of that, I want to break your rooftop. Or
Yeah.
Your hardtop.
Hey, that wasn't too bad. So the JT may not have a great turning radius because of the wheelbase. It may not have a great breakover angle, but you know what it does have? Sometimes when one tire is in trouble, because of that wheelbase, the other tires are not in trouble,
Yeah.
right? So you can span an obstacle, right, and climb over it.
Yeah, sometimes like wheelbase, hurts you, like when it comes to breakover angle or departure angle with how long this tail is, and sometimes it helps you because you can, reach up higher on an obstacle to climb an obstacle that like a two-door couldn't do. But really, when you're buying a Gladiator, it's not just you want a capable off-road vehicle. You want a vehicle that can carry some stuff too. So there's a little bit of compromise there.
All right. Your locker is blinking. Is that because it's thinking?
It's unlocking right now.
Okay.
We got a nice turn coming out of this.
Yeah.
And I think we're front end's gonna... There we go.
Okay. Now we need to climb up.
Yeah, this is where that wheel travel is really going to help us out.
What? You're just crawling slowly?
Oh yeah.
I mean, some people just rev to like 5,000.
I've heard there's one last obstacle. Is that it?
There's two.
Two more?
There's Tommy's Demise and Home Free.
Okay.
And Home Free is not free. It's still challenging.
So I'll save my comments until.
All right, let's go left. You can go left on Tommy's Demise with a little bit easier path, or you can go right into Tommy's Demise into the hardest place of this trail. Do you want to go scout?
Yeah, we probably should take a look at it.
Okay.
Like, comment below which one you want.
Comment below. This says real time.
Real time, comment below.
Oh, so David made that part easy. To the right, Tommy's Demise, bad, hard.
Okay.
To the left, easier, and David made it even easier. So let's go look.
Okay, we'll take a look at the easy side first.
David put some telephone poles here, but that hole is still deep.
Yeah, I can see where you'll drop off.
Yeah.
But by the time our rear tires are getting to that spot, our front tires are going to be climbing already on that that solid ground up ahead. Yeah.
Your JT370, your bumper is really cut up, right? It really offers a really good approach because you're gonna need it. Look at that.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough one. We may touch on that side.
And people usually use a little bit of speed through here. I don't know, you may have your own style, you may be very confident. Which one do you want? Do you want the easy or the hard?
I think I know I can do that side. But one of the big things about this side is going to be my tail end's going to probably scrape here.
Yeah.
Just because of how long I am.
Yeah.
But, and then approaching on the other side, it's going to be kind of tough. So I think I'm going to have a nice little angle to work my way inside of here.
Because what sometimes happens with some trucks is they hit the front bumper into that bank over there, and it stops progress. That's it, you're done, right?
It's possible.
But you have the angle, I think, that you could go over that.
Yeah, I think the worst case is if I do hit that front bumper on that piece, my rear tires are going to still be on solid ground, so we should be able to basically back up out of this and go around the other way. Okay. So what we're going to do is try to make it look really easy. So this way, we talk about how capable this vehicle is. So what I'm going to try to do is make sure that I don't scrape that front bumper coming into this. That's not good. Touched the front bumper on that spot.
Okay, pump it up forward. Is he hitting his bumper?
Yeah, he's plowing.
So you're hitting your bumper, so you may need a little bit more momentum.
You might be right, but I'm also kind of digging down pretty good on this one. I'm hitting solid on that bumper too.
You want a max track, maybe?
Maybe.
Oh, you really?
It's digging to the
to China. You're going to China right now. Well, Nate, what do you think? Am I putting you to work now?
I think so. So
Okay.
I really like to achieve this obstacle, but
Yeah.
I think we just dug down too far with that natural spring underneath this. We just lost all that approach angle.
We did, even though you had an amazing angle. What,
Yeah.
about 45 degrees maybe?
it's up there.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, and then with the back end being still so high, because we're not really even departing the obstacle just yet. So that kind of lost some more of our ground clearance. So let's go ahead and do some work and get this thing unstuck.
All right, I also brought these traction aids for you.
Oh yeah, we'll definitely have to probably use a little bit both the shovel and max tracks.
Okay.
Since it's not going to be optimal to winch forward.
Okay. So we placed 2 max track devices, one in the passenger rear and one in the driver front.
Yeah, so again, I can hung up on that back rear because there's a hump there. So I'm trying to make it a little bit more easy ramp to bump out.
It's working. This max tracks is out. Well, now you could tell your bosses and your wife that you were working really hard today.
Yeah, unfortunately I had to work really hard. I thought this was going to be a cakewalk today.
Well, it was until now. All right, so the max track and digging didn't quite help us, so we're using a side-by-side, this Pioneer that we have at the ranch. Oh, no, not yet! To give it a little bit of pop, and we're using a really good kinetic rope. Let's do a couple of those. Well, that took some doing. I think Tommy's Demise Creek swallowed up the Jeep, really.
Why don't we just do that from the beginning? We just snatch
No, I wanted to use natural
manpower?
Implements. I don't want to use other horsepower.
Fair enough.
Okay, Nate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So now we got it back out of the hole.
All right, so you want to go the easy side and then home free?
I guess so. That's the route we're going.
So what we don't want to do is like tip one of the poles, right?
Yeah. So I think I'm going to kind of cheat a little bit here. And I can climb my passenger side
Okay.
up on, or my driver's side up on that bank there.
Okay.
Try to stay out of the hole as long as possible.
I think you're lined up well. Maybe a little bit passenger. Yeah.
Ooh, all those logs like to move.
You're floating. You know what we just did? We made a boat out of your truck.
It's basically what we did there.
Okay, you have good traction on my side. How are you doing on yours?
We're staying on top of it, so we should be able to walk out of this.
Easy peasy lemon
Yeah,
squeeze.
except for the back end's probably going to fall into that hole.
That's
Power
okay.
down.
Oh, it fell.
Whoa.
That's okay.
Did
We've got to
something.
go left. Okay, easy part done.
Easy.
I mean, it wasn't that easy. All right, so we need a little bit of speed in this obstacle, and then we're gonna climb left, okay?
Okay.
So don't follow our camera vehicle.
Oh, left?
You're gonna climb steep left. But after you get onto the dry stuff,
Like there's a hole between the
between the tree and the rock.
Oh, okay. And this is the time that we go for glory.
Well, after you drop in, then you use a little bit of momentum. Go left, 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 left. Okay, climb the path. Yes! Did it. That wasn't too hard.
No, we did throw mud on the hood though.
Well, that's what you want, right?
Oh, we're trying to keep the mud underneath it. That's why we put mud flaps on a lot of stuff. So where does this go from here?
We're climbing to the right. This is overgrown. Continue to the right. More to the right. You see that opening? We need to climb on top of it.
Oh, it's right through here?
Yeah. A little bit driver. Now passenger. Hard passenger. Hard passenger.
I think that's the hardest passenger I got.
Okay. All right. Well, you know, my friend, I think you just you deserve a sticker. I mean,
Do I deserve a sticker?
I think so.
I did get kind of stuck over
It's
there.
okay.
And
It's
yet-
okay. It's well, it was your first time on this course,
Oh, okay.
so I think you do deserve a sticker. Plus, Nathan's crack is now yours.
Oh,
So
you gotta tell older Nathan that that one's now.
you're gonna have to fight it.
Yeah, I think after this, I gotta take it to another dealer to visit Tim and talk about Jeep parts. And unfortunately, he's not gonna see the bronze wheels because they're now brown wheels. So I don't know what we're gonna do there.
Well, tell him you were at Tumbleweed Ranch and
Yep.
that this is what Jeeps do.
Yeah, we definitely did try it out there.
Well, thanks, Nate. I mean, impressive truck. I really was comfortable on the road and super capable off-road, even though Tom is demise. I mean, 97% of vehicles fail there, so.
Well, I'm not happy I'm in that 97 percentile. I was hoping to be in that top 3 percentile.
Okay.
Like I like to wrap up about the suspension though is, you know, anyone can make a really good capable off-road suspension. That's easy to do, I would say. The real hard job is making it capable on-road as well. And you know, you're going to drive these things like probably 90% of the time on the street. So don't sacrifice that 90% of the time for just that 3%.
And have the full package, right? There you go. Well, thanks,
All right.
dude.
Yeah, thanks, Andre.
All right.
I'll see you next time.
We'll see you soon. Bring that Prospector. in
Yeah,
there.
the red one on 40s.
Do you think Tom is demise? Prospector? Huh?
I might.
Huh?
Yeah,
Huh?
yeah, it should be fine.
What do you think, guys? Prospector Ram?